Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dragon Ball Z building on Minetest. Building some more Dragon Ball Z structures. I don't know how many I'm actually going to build. Who can really say? I mean, the videos ain't really doing all that great right now, but I'm kind of hoping as I keep building more Dragon Ball Z structures, maybe more people that like Minetest will take notice, because if it does, I'll probably keep making more and more and more structures, you know, like Goku's house and Gohan, his grandpa's house, and might even try to go and build Emperor Pilaf's castle, Oolong's mansion, and, you know, just a bunch of other places. It'd be really cool to do all this, you know, and then release it to the community. That way, you know, everybody can just download it and have like the Dragon Ball Z world in Minetest, because Minetest is cool, but it doesn't really have a lot of worlds going for it. I was going to go around this thing a couple more times. My God, it was just so aggravating making this circle. I think it's big enough. I mean, it looks pretty much spot on. But it could have been a little bit bigger. I could go around and around the outside and just kind of puff it out a little bit, but I think it'll be fine the way it is. I was looking at the sides of it in these pictures, and I don't know how to really go about doing it except go down maybe 2 and then like in, and then down 2 and in. It's just one of them things that I'm just gonna have to do. Like when you're building something like this, you just gotta like test things. I think I'll be okay. I might start with like 3 or 4, go down like 4 and then in 1, and go down 4 and in 1. That or 3. Only one way to really find out. Just go ahead and go down. Just go ahead and try this out. Go down 3, and then go in 1, go down 3. Just see what this looks like. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. The shape's got to be just right, because this thing is like crazy looking. I don't even know what kind of shape you'd call that. It's just a weird shape. Let's go ahead and go down one more 3, and then go down 2, 2. I don't know, that looks okay. It's not gonna be like long enough, I don't think. I think I'm gonna have to go down probably 4 and then go to 3s and then 2s and then 1s and see what that looks like. Let's go ahead and break these and get them out of the way. Yeah, that was 3. Let's do a 4 and then go down another 4. Okay, that's already getting pretty long right there. Let's try some 3s, add them on, see what they look like. It's been a long time since I built anything like this, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm gonna do it the way it should look, though. I don't care how long it takes or whatever. I mean, I done went through all this trouble. It's gonna turn out right, one way or another. That's actually looking pretty good. I think it could be just a little bit longer though, but I'm gonna I'm gonna add some more 3s to it. Let's go ahead and add like 2 more 3s. Then some 2s. This is just a weird build right here. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. You know, I might not even really need to use that many. The thing is, it has to go like from here to here. I mean, it has to go right there. Them 3s are looking pretty good, but I think I might need to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna add like 2 more 4s on it. Okay, now add some 3s. That might be too many 3s. Yeah, I believe that's too many. Need to dial it back a little bit. Try some 2s. Back it up and see what this looks like. Definitely getting closer. Try some 1s. I really don't want to. I could like do some over, down stuff. Which I'm trying to avoid doing that if I can, because it can look pretty good, but it can look awful, and it's really annoying. It's looking fairly decent. Might need to just do some mixing up, I think. That might actually look better if I do like a 2, then a 1, then a 2, then a 1, then a 2, and a 1, then a 1, 1, 1, 1. See what that looks like. Probably get a lot more curvature out of it if I do it like that. Okay, we got a 2. Let's go ahead and do a 1, then a 2, and a 1. Alright, back it up. I believe that looks a little bit worse. Like the curvature is not as good as it was now. I could go ahead and do it like that, but it would put the bottom like down here and it'd look really weird. The bottom really needs to be like right there where my crosshair is. And I don't know if it's possible to get it over there with just doing what I'm doing. Back to the drawing board here. I'm gonna go back up and skip this part until I figure it out, and then I'll start the video back up. Alright, finally back here after a little bit of figuring some stuff out, messing around with the way I want it to look coming down. Finally got it where I want it after just trial and error, trying to get everything lined up, and because it's got like this weird shape to it. I think that looks pretty good right there. All I did was took this shape right here, like half the circle, and then modified the crap out of it, and just kind of stretched it out a little bit, and added some oddball number blocks to it, and now it looks pretty much spot on, I think. Doubt you could get much better than that. It could be just a little bit slightly more slope in there, like right in there, I think. Probably like across here and then kind of up, but you know, it looks fine. Now it's time to go all the way around. I know that shape might not hold anyway all the way around. I won't really know until I just go around and try it. It's probably like most of the time whenever you build stuff like this, or the way I used to do it anyway, you end up having to do a little filling in, like after you get all of it done, just kind of round it out and make it look better, and all that kind of stuff. So now it's just time to go all the way around this sucker. Best thing to do, I'll probably go around all the flat places and just go ahead and get the basic layout, like the design set up, and then I'll start doing the like corners, because I know they're probably going to be weird and I might have to do some filling in. This right here is going to take a while. I'll probably record a little bit of it just to show what I'm doing and everything, and then I'll probably skip to these being finished. Just to, you know, give a general idea of like how to do it and what I'm doing. For anybody out there that might be interested in trying to tackle this crazy project themselves. Definitely a big project. I did find some blueprints on there of the inside of Kami's Lookout. It doesn't show a whole lot though. I might look into seeing if I can find some more. If I can, I'll probably do the inside, or at least what I can from like whatever I can find on it. I could do like some people and just take creative liberties and just do whatever, but I don't like doing that kind of stuff. Not whenever I'm building off of something else. If it was something I built that was like mine, you know, and wasn't from like an anime or a video game or something, I wouldn't care. But I'd prefer, if at all possible, to keep it as close as possible to the original. That's why Kami's the Kame house, it looks like it does, because that's the way it really is supposed to look. The only thing different on it is the back's a little bit bigger, because I had to put the stairs and stuff going up, and whenever they made it, they didn't, you know, they didn't care. It just works. They just put stairs in there, and you know, said to hell with it. This is it. This is how it goes. And that was the end of it. What I'm thinking is I'll just, like, over time, I'll add more and more and more to the Dragon Ball Z world, and then I'll make some videos going back and doing some decorations, and maybe go into the model maker and make some stuff to go in it, you know, to make it look better. But for now, I just want to try to build a couple different things and then go back and do some detail work, and then go build some more, and then go back and do some more detail work, and hopefully eventually release it with all the mods and everything. Just put it all in one folder for everybody to download here or wherever I decide to put it. I wish there was a place that you could go to download Minetest maps that people's already made. There is a couple places like that, but they don't really have much. This right here is what's kind of got me. Like, I wonder how. I don't. Whenever I used to build stuff, I never did put this block. Like right here, I always just, you know, I'm sure everybody out there does that. I always just did it like that, but I did it like this time, and it's kind of got me a little messed up and confused. I don't guess it really matters. I'll just have to make sure that I be careful and don't build off of that one. The best thing to do would probably be to go ahead and put the floor up there. That way I don't accidentally make that mistake and mess it up. Just do the very most the outer block, the very far out block. That's probably what I'll do, is just go ahead and put the floor down. Because it's going to take a while to do these flat places, and I'm just going to skip the video forward. But yeah, that's looking pretty dang good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the whole thing white, and then I'll come back and I'll start chopping blocks out, and then I'll put the designs and different colors and stuff like that in it. Okie dokie, back here again, finishing up the floor. This took a little while to do, but you know, it's pretty fun. Took me a while to find a block that I really wanted to use. I'm just glad that I had a white block that has like the little slits and grooves in them. Looks like tile kinda, because that's what Kami's Lookout has, is the floor system. I ain't backed off and looked at it yet. As soon as I get this done, I'm gonna fly backwards out in there and see what it looks like. Should look pretty good. It really sucked not having blocks like this though. That right there is the center. I went ahead and made the center a little higher up, that way I'll know exactly where it is. Yeah, that looks great though. Wow. That's looking good. Well, we got to continue on doing the outer edges. The reason I was wanting to do that is because it'll keep me from making the mistake of doing this block. I just want to do like the outer blocks and not the inner block. So it'll really, I need to just go ahead and go around them while I'm sitting here. Probably wouldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and do this right here. That way I don't make a mistake and actually do that center block. Just be like this pretty much. Skipping that one block on all the way around because it's useless pretty much. It's just an extension block. Safer to do it this way, because if you accidentally did do that, it would ruin the entire build. And this build's already going to be hard enough. Don't need to make it any harder than it already is. It's just like a round, weird shaped build. It'll probably be one of the weirdest and hardest builds to do in Dragon Ball Z, I'd say. Alright, that should do it. That looks pretty good. That should save me from making any kind of mistakes, I think, maybe. Well, actually, yeah, that should be right. It looks right. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit because of the wall right there. But, yeah, that's right. This just hasn't been filled in yet. Swing back around here, make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Even if it did mess up, you would probably notice it after you went down like 1 or 2 or something, I'd say. But it never hurts to double check stuff when you're building big things. Alright, that looks great. Well, now I gotta go and do each side like this. I'm just gonna do the sides all the way around, and then I'll start working on these round corners. So I'm gonna go ahead and just skip through this probably, because I mean it's just a simple little process. I guess I should show a little bit of this right here, since I have to copy this over here, and then over there, and then over there. The best thing to do is just do like 1 or 2 at a time, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just be sure not to make any kind of mistakes. This is just an easy trick. Just put a block down the side like 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now I'm just gonna fly over here and do 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then go back over here again, then do 2 more. Or however many you want to do, just make sure you do not mess up. Okay, just go ahead and do 2 more. This is just a simple way, by putting these lights here or whatever else, I know where I stopped at whenever I fly back over here. That way there's no confusion. You really don't want to get confused doing this crap. Okay, that's 3, okay, 3 times. Gotta do 2, 3 times. Go ahead and slap a light on there. That's just a simple trick that can be used in any kind of build, really, where you have to do weird stuff like this. Let's go ahead and do that one, because I don't want to take a chance on getting confused at all. Okay, what is that? 2 over. 2 over, and then down, then 2 over. So that's 2 over and down and 2 over. And I figured I would just show that way, you know, if anybody out there decides to try to build it or building something similar where you have to copy something and move it, that way you'll not get confused or lose where you're at. And voila! There you go. Just by keeping track of where I was going, everything turned out perfect. Now I gotta go up there and do that. But since I already did one, now I can just go up here and do this pretty quick. Just go over one block at a time all the way to the end until I get to the very, very bottom down there. And then I gotta do it again over there and then over there. Be nice to have a tool that let you cheat a little bit. I could try the Vexazer. I know you can set it to go sideways or up and down. I usually just use it to go up and down on builds. But you can fix it where it'll go sideways, but it's a little aggravating trying to get it set up to do that. But it would make this a little bit faster, but you know, I don't really care right now, so. Just doing it the old-fashioned way. I honestly don't think it would take that long to build a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff. Because, I mean, I built Kamei House pretty fast. And I haven't really been working on this, but like maybe an hour. Maybe not even an hour. Like, it'd be close. And I've already got this much of it done. And the only thing that would really take a long time would be like the cities. But like I said, you could use the Vexazer to go up and down on like walls really fast. And just leave, you know, you wouldn't want to put stuff inside the like skyscrapers and all them big buildings and stuff really. Because I mean, there ain't no point. Just build the shell and leave them hollow. I don't really think it'd take all that long. I could be wrong though, I don't know. I guess I'll find out as I go. I don't know that much about the Super, like the structures in Dragon Ball Super, because I haven't actually sit down and watched, like, I watched some of it, not much. Just been too busy doing other things. But I might get on there, you know, whenever I reach that point and start watching it and checking out some structures and stuff. Dragon Ball Z structures, not really a whole lot of them, honestly. Mostly the biggest things that would probably be built would be like the cities, like East City, and West City, and all that stuff. This right here is probably the biggest single build that there is. The only thing that might come close to being bigger than this would be Emperor Pilaf's castle, and I kind of doubt it would be this big. It'd be close. From what I've seen in the pictures, Pilaf's castle is really not that big. Building Baba's place will be pretty fun whenever I finally get to that. That'll be pretty interesting. I might try to build it like double the size, or just maybe 2.5 up. That way I can put a little bit of the interior stuff in there, like the Devil's Tulip. That little weird arena that they fought in, and that'd be pretty cool. one of the cities was destroyed by the androids in like the future thing, so I could probably just, whichever city that was, if I reached that point, I could just build like a blowed up city, you know, just kind of blow it all to hell with like some rubble and stuff. That'd speed the process up instead of actually trying to build that entire city. It'd be nice to find some people to play with and build with, but I'd probably rather just do it by myself, honestly. Working with people, building big projects is pretty fun. I've done it before, but it can get aggravating whenever somebody just wants to be stupid. Start doing stupid, goofy things and tearing things up. And that can get pretty annoying. Or somebody just doesn't build something the way you really want it to be, like it should be. Then you have to tear it all down and do it yourself, and then they get pissed off. Yeah. Probably just do it alone. But since I'm doing YouTube on it, it doesn't really matter anyway. I've been thinking about because I've been moving my music. I'm really thinking about, I'm moving it, and you know, it's already done. I might just go ahead and start moving loads of it every day to my new YouTube channel, so I can just go ahead and get that out of the way. And I'll still be doing everything else, but I'll probably just be doing a lot of uploads on my other music channel, because I really want to get all that music off of my gaming channel and get it onto the music channel, since it's already done anyway. So I'll probably be focusing on that. So keep an eye on that if you're by any chance watching this and you really like the music stuff on my channel. I'm not deleting it, I'm just moving it. Once I get it all moved, which it shouldn't take long, I can upload a bunch of them in one day. I'd really like to start doing some more music stuff. But I might try to free that up a little bit so I can start doing 3 Minetest videos a week instead of just 2, because if I start doing 3, I'll be able to build a lot more, a lot quicker. I mean, if I just straight up did this all week and never did anything else, you know, like 4 episodes a week or 5, it wouldn't take that long at all to get like some stuff done. Alright, well, I have pretty much got the basics down of this thing. I mean, it's pretty much ready to go. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty decent size. It could have been a little bit bigger, like I said earlier, but I think that's pretty spot on. It probably couldn't, yeah, maybe another 12 blocks. It would have probably looked a little bit better, but it does look great. Hey, I'm pretty happy with it. Turned out pretty nice. There ain't really nothing up there on Kami's Lookout anyway, except there's a little temple building thing and some trees. That's pretty much it. And now I gotta go around the outer block and start bringing it down and in all the way around, which will probably take a little while. I'm gonna have to remove all of these lights, so that's gonna be a little annoying. They did make it a lot easier to like copy to this one to that one, that one to that one, that one to that one. Did make it a little bit easier, so I would suggest doing that if anybody out there's building something complicated like this or this itself. This right here won't be too bad though. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like after I do all this with the Like bring all the full circle around. Just make it full circle. Ain't really no way of knowing what it's gonna look like really until you just do it and see. But yeah, this is pretty much how you would do it as far as I can tell. Just bring it down and then just keep it overlapping that block right there. That's like the main thing. Ugh, a little bit rusty here. Been busy doing stuff. I've been just stopping recording, then I'll start back later, start back later, because I got other things I gotta do. Plus, don't really sit as much as I used to, like I said in some of my earlier videos. If you sit a lot all the time, get up off your butt and quit doing that. Start exercising, like sit and play your game for like 30 minutes or an hour, and then get up and exercise for like 30 minutes. Then go back and play for like an hour or something. So on, so on, so on. You'll really not regret it later. Man, that right there is going to look pretty good, I think. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. It's getting dark on me down here. Gonna have to put down some lights, and I'll have to go back and break all of them too, because I have to be able to see the build. Main thing, just take your time and try your best not to mess up. So like I said though, if I keep working on this and maybe if it gets some interest from some viewers and you know, anybody's interested in it out there, I'll keep working on it and add more and more and more Dragon Ball Z stuff to the map. I'm spacing everything out pretty decent. I mean, believe me, I wanted to go back and just like make the world look just like the Dragon Ball Z map, but I mean, for one person to do that, it's just not possible. So I'm just going to kind of spread everything out more or less like it should be, I guess you could say. And hold on, let's back it up. Yeah, that's good. But more or less, I just want to kind of spread everything out, try to keep it like decent to what it needs to be. Of course, it's not going to be to scale of what it actually is, but try to put the desert stuff in desert areas, snowy stuff in snowy areas, so on and so on. That way it does look pretty cool. And eventually, hopefully, release it to the community to play around with online or whatever. And I might release it before I get it completely done, and then I'll just release an updated version later, or others can work on the release versions and add their own Dragon Ball Z structures or whatever. So like I said, I want to add a lot, but I want to kind of, I want to start working on Raccoon City. Let's put it like that. I really want to do some Resident Evil stuff. I love Dragon Ball Z, but I really, really love Resident Evil a lot. I'm just going to leave that open right there. I'm just going to put something here to remind me that I left it open. Just put this block right here, because I don't know what it's going to look like right there whenever I come down like all the way around to this side, so I'm going to leave that gap right there for now. And I guess I'm just going to get back busy working on this. I'll just stop the video here and start it back. I'm going to fly out here and see what it looks like on the side first, though. Yeah, it looks good so far, but I'm just curious of what it's going to look like whenever it starts going this way. I've seen some really bad ones online, so you know I'm not too awful worried about it. I've seen some on there people would put on YouTube, and just pictures and stuff with like square ones. And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't doing no square stuff like that. So if it doesn't turn out exactly like wicked, crazy, perfect, it'll still be better than most of the ones that's been posted. So. Well, let's see now. I did notice something whenever I was filling in this corner right here. The best thing to do is to like start off, like do one on this side and then do this one and then do this one and then do this one. Just try to keep it even, you know, do one side then do the other side and then the other side. It makes it a lot easier and you won't end up with a bunch of like garbled up mess down here that you have to go down here and like chop off. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you decide to try to build this or something like it. Just do one here and then that one over and then that one and that one, you know, until you come to the middle, like on both sides. Just try to keep it like even, and it just seems to make it a lot easier. Unless you just really want everything down there to be like a jumbled up mess and have to go back down there and like cut everything. Ugh. I didn't realize until I got like halfway and I was like, uh-oh, that ain't right. I got to looking at it and I was like, oh, okay, now I see. It's a lot better if you just do both sides at the same time. Definitely more likely to come out more even and smoother. Alright, that is one whole side complete. You can see where, like right here, I come down this way, like quite a bit before I decided to, it didn't look quite right, and I decided to go over here and start doing this side. So I don't know how it'll look after I do these, because I kind of did a bunch on this side. It should still look the same, but I'm not really sure. I'll just have to do one more doing each side and see how it turns out. If it doesn't turn out exactly the same as this one, I can just break all of these right here again and then do it evenly, one on each side at a time. If for some reason it doesn't look exactly the same as on this side. Need to go ahead and just seal this up. Make sure it's all sealed. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Took a while to do that too, my goodness. It really did. It took a while. But it looks great. Looks just like Kami's Lookout. I'll have to do Korin's Tower after I get done with Kami's Lookout. That's probably what I'll do next. I'll probably do Korin's Tower down there somewhere, and it's pretty much just a bubble. It's like a big circle, like split in the middle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just build a dome like this under, like for the bottom, then build this right here upside down for the top and leave some space in the middle. Of course, it won't be this big. But I think I'm going to stop this video right here, and I'll continue working on it in the next video. Go ahead and try to get these done, and then I can go back and start chopping all these pieces out and putting the right designs and colors and everything all the way down the sides of it. And then once we get done with that, go up here and put the temples and the towers and the trees and put the ladder coming up the side, all that good stuff, and then it'll be done. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Be sure to check out the next one if you're a Minetest fan or you just like Dragon Ball Z stuff. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Oh man, and just hang out. Be sure to check my description for my latest video schedules and the link to my other YouTube channel, which I'm going to start moving tons of my music to. And thank you.